Hey everyone. I just want to talk to you guys about my experience from PSA's buyout of SGC and BGS. So maybe a year ago or two, PSA actually bought out SGC. Most people really didn't talk about it in the TCG world because SGC really didn't affect their uh, grading standards, or like in general, because most TCG guys don't use SGC. Um, and then recently, maybe a few months ago, they bought out BGS. PSA bought out BGS. That was a big disruption in the TCG world because if somebody didn't want to grade with PSA, they either went with CGC or BGS. And now um, the the second major company is already owned by PSA, so it's kind of like there's nowhere else for you to go. Some people might see it as a negative or a positive. From my personal experience, they might be monopolizing the whole grading game, and there might be a no-no for that, especially with pricing. Um, BGS, RCR, and GCR, which means raw card review and grading card review, used to only be charged $25 and $30. Um, Ever since they bought out PSA bought out BGS, they raised the price from 25.30 to 65.70. And I don't know what else is going to come from that. But I know that PSA also recently raised their price for submission costs in bulk. And this is in the TCG world. When I started grading, even before I started grading, people told me it used to be only $10 a submission per card, no upcharge. Then they steadily raised the price, and when I got in, it was like $12.99. Then it was $14.99 sometimes with a special. Then it went to like $15.99, and then now it was $18.99. And all of a sudden, within like 2-3 weeks, they changed it to $24.99. So now a lot of the cards that I submit that I believe could be a 10 are almost not worth grading now, because if I get it back and I get a 10, it's only worth $25. So it's about the same price as the cost of the grading. Unfortunately, that makes me not want to grade a lot of cards. I just grade what I feel has a better value. Um, this is just from my personal experience. When you submit cards to PSA, it goes to Cali. We don't know where else they might send the cards, and this is just from my experience. Sometimes they send it to New Jersey and Florida, and I'm on the East Coast. And then the grading standards differ. If the grading standards are different from what you have on PSA's website, at least explain that a little bit. The new standards now are 55-45 for the front and 80-20 in the back. When I got submissions back from the Florida location, which I will put a picture here, um, I actually got worse grades than I ever did in other locations. And I usually get 70% tens, even with the new criteria. I used to hit 70% tens on all submissions when they were 60-40, 70-30 grading criteria. And then when they ship it to Florida, if you look at the address, because I Googled it, it actually pops up SGC. And I don't know when they're sending those cards in, or if they're sending it when it is when they are trying to grade the cards. But if those people are grading from SGC and they have a different criteria, at least have them, I guess, trained to be the PSA standard and not grade harsher. Because my return from different locations would come back all nines, which I've never had in the last 4 years before this, before these buyouts. So those are little things that I felt that affected me. Uh, what do you guys feel?